Previously.
Please, Alex, play something that's gonna go wide. I know you never do that, but we'll see if you do this time.
On Progression Series Season 2.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Of course you would, fuck.
Secret barrel for me.
Yep. Sounds about right. Oh, man. Yeah, you got it.
In this series, both Nyhmnim and myself will be opening 24 booster packs or one box of a core Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster set. We will build a deck and play a best 2 out of 3, and the winner will receive a small prize to upgrade their deck. However, in each episode, we will open another box of the next set that was released, moving in chronological order, constantly upgrading our decks before dueling each other at the end of each episode. But this time around, we'll be introducing side sets, a new banning system, and plenty of other fun surprises that you'll just have to watch to find out. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series Season 2. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code Cimoooooooo5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
Can you all believe that only a couple episodes ago we were tied, and now all of a sudden Gage is on the verge of going into the banning? Who would have seen that turn of events? But you know what? I'm not complaining because we get to spin the wheel again. There's plenty of wonderful stuff on here, and I'm excited to see what we get. There's one thing in particular I'm really hoping we spin, but let's see if it happens. You know what? Looks like we don't have to wait for the banning for this to take effect. If I recall, I believe we redeem ban tickets at the beginning of the next episode, so Gage better look out. I don't think he's going to be too happy by the end of this episode. Speaking of which, let's throw it over to him. He'll tell you all about Shadow Specters.
I don't even know what to say. I really don't even know what to say, guys. Like, how did we lose these last 2 weeks in a position where I think we've had one of the greatest decks in all of Progression Series history, but also just to two of the worst decks I've ever seen constructed on Alex's side? Maybe I'm not giving him enough credit. Maybe, you know what, the Watt matchup versus the Chainburn was like the soul read of the century, and he just perfectly picked out that I wasn't going to play something super aggressive. I feel like if we would have played maybe anything else, we would have had a better shot against Chainburn. I just can't believe it, bro. I just cannot believe it. On a week-to-week basis, this guy never fails to surprise me, man. It's always something. We've got work to do. We are currently 2 wins down. We are on the verge of a banning, which I have all the good cards. I don't even want to remove anything from Alex's collection. I've got to start getting some wins to try to reclaim this Age of Gage victory. We were on the cusp of it for the last, 8 episodes, it's felt like. But now we are back to essentially square one. Even post our insane Dragon Roller list, which didn't pan out how I wanted it to, we still have tons of little lists at our disposal to throw at Alex. Hopefully something sticks and gets us a couple wins. And maybe we can buff up some strategies we have currently with the release of Shadow Specters today. Shadow Specters came out November 8th, 2013. This set, I think ended up being pretty good too. There's a lot of really decent cards inside here. A lot that could actually buff up a lot of our strategies. Labradorite Dragon was the promo that you could get a level 6 vanilla. I know Alex was trying something with Hieratics a little bit ago. This is a pretty good one, being the fact that it's a level 6 tuner. Also a vanilla, you know, we had Galaxy Serpent before, but this one's a really solid one, being a 6. All the Hieratics are also 6s, so if I pull the vanilla 6, I could use it as a crazy tuner, or I could use it as XYZ material. Dragard and Kidmodo Dragon were cards that I thought would see a lot more too. A little bit of dragon synergy here. Kidmodo's a little bit restrictive, allows it to win sent to graveyard special dragon from hand. Dragard was a little bit different. Dragard, you can target a normal with 1,000 or less defense in your graveyard and special it. Namely Labradorite Dragon. This is a 4, that's a 6, so that makes 10. And then you could adjust something to a level 8, which is really good because there's some good rank 8s in this set. The big one I'm thinking about was probably the chase card of the set. That is Divine Dragon Knight Felgran, a rank 8 generic that you can detach one XYZ material from it. Target a face-up monster on the field, its effects are negated but unaffected by all other card effects. Namely, you could target himself, just make him a vanilla 28 dude, but he's unaffected by everything, and that's pretty good on its own. Also, negating effects comes up a lot too. This card was actually pretty versatile. Sylvans were starting to blossom up a little bit, no pun intended, but Felgran was one of the main cards you would make with double Hermitry or the sorts like that, where you could use Princess Sprite to make it an 8. Melee of Trees was pretty cool to see at the time. I don't think it did as much as people thought it would, though. Seems pretty good on paper. 2 level 3s, you send a plant from your deck to graveyard, or you reborn a plant from your graveyard. Like, both of those effects seem really powerful, but back in the day, I only remember this card being just mediocre at best. We had new Noble Knights. I think people thought they were going to be better at the time, like Lady of the Lake. I remember I was super hyped for this, and the fact that it could go into a level 5 Synchro Ignoble Knight of High Lonsland. These cards seem pretty good on paper, but man, that whole archetype just didn't pan out. That's a lot of the higher end stuff. Along the lower end, you have some Bujins, which the Bujin Mikazuchi was the next level 4 monster you got next to Yamato. Wish we would have got a couple more, but this stuff is all locked behind very high rarity. And then you also got Kagetsuchi, which ended up coming up in a lot of different builds to be able to just send the top 5 cards of your deck to your graveyard. That was the better effect. Alucard was a generic rank 3 that allowed you to pop back row, which was pretty cool at the time. The Ghost Trick strategy really didn't develop until much later in the game. And I guess the last secret rare worth noting is, sorry if I'm scrolling a lot here, Mistake was a good one, just a continuous trap card. Neither player can add cards from their deck to their hand except by drawing them, like a Thunder King Ryo in a trap card form. We've been seeing T-King a lot. This could be something cool to pull. Unfortunately, it's a secret rare. I don't think we're going to be getting a playset till much later in the game. On the common side, there's some pretty good ones. The Baby Raccoons were really good at level 2. Pair it with a card coming up really soon, or we had it in like the other set. Primal Origin, I think. Did we open that yet? I think Primal Origin's like right around the corner here, and that gives us Obedience Skull, which is a card that allows us to pull 3 level 2s from our deck. Mighty powerful. The Mythics are something that we're going to be looking for our Dragon Ruler strategy. This was the next step that the deck naturally took after the banning of the little baby rulers. Mythic Tree and Water were really good. You could search Tree off of Redox, Water off of Title if you banish them, but if you control an Earth, you can just special Water from your hand, and it's a level 8. Normally, the Earth that you want to have is Mythic Tree Dragon, because you can, once per turn, target a Water Dragon type, and it copies the level of it. So they both become 8s, and that makes your Divine Dragon Knight Felgran, which we just talked about before, which was a pretty powerful play, you know? All this is pretty searchable within the Dragon Ruler strategy, having the big daddies at 3. You know, banish a Title, banish a Redox, you can get yourself the engine right away. You would see those, but also people were trying different things like with plant rollers, you know, from last season in Progression Series, we played a lot of that. I think that was also a very solid variant of the deck, too. As you can see, this is the debut of Ghost Tricks. This deck did not do anything until later on in the game. I still don't think it did anything even today, if you ask me. I like the artwork, I like the whole gimmick of the archetype, but it was never enough to really see anything come of it, except in, like, jank, right? Those cards are all good. We talked about a lot of good ones. Probably 2 of the best cards of the set, though, are actually unsuspecting commons, being White Dragon Wyverbuster and Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. Obviously, later on down the game, when we get links like Striker Dragon and stuff, these cards become, I want to say oppressive is the word. They're just really, really strong. Little mini versions of like Chaos Sorcerer or BLS. They banish the one attribute opposite of them, like Black has to banish a light, and then White has to banish a dark. You get them on the field, and when they're sent to the graveyard, you add the other copy. That's a lot of advantage coming up, and especially when you think about it, when these cards were at 3, that is some crazy stuff you could be doing. I think in the game right now, they're both at 1, as they should be. Definitely some really, really strong cards. Again, later on, realized down the game, especially with Link monsters, and you get the Guard Dragons and all the stuff that are easily abusable because they're level 4 lower dragons. That's when you start to see the true power of these cards. On release, though, I still think they were pretty good, but not nearly at the power level that you would see them in today's game. You might have noticed I talked about this for a minute. There's a lot of decent cards in this set. I'm hoping to pull a couple of them. I really want a Felgran. I think a Felgran would be really sick to pull, and I also am looking for those Mythic Rulers. I'd love to pull playsets of both of those commons. I hate to be on the losing side, but I have pity packs. I have Astral Pack 3 to open. I honestly don't think there's anything great in AP3, but I'll take what I can get, right? 3 packs of it. That's not what I meant to click. Taking a quick look, though. I was right. There's nothing I really want. Maybe like a My Stroke would be cool. We do have some good mermails. You know what? I'll take a Marksman. No problem. Let's see what we get. Alrighty, pack number 1. Whoa! Yep. Alright, let's go number 2. Whoa! Wait, this is the Pac-Man pack, dude. Take me all the way back. We were tearing it up in early Progression Series Season 2 with Pac-Man. Maybe we gotta bring it back, right? Maybe it's a sign. Alright, last pack. Wow, that was bad. You know what? I'll take it. I gotta take it. It is what it is. All right, we're not what we're here for day 4. Let's open Shadow Specters. Let's see if we can get ourselves a Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand. That's my guy I'm looking for. Let's bust him open, see how we do.
24 packs of Shadow Specters. There's some okay stuff in here. It's not like the craziest core set, but there's some pretty good generic stuff I'm hoping we pull. Let's see what we get in the first pack. Anything crazy? Doesn't look like it. However, that is actually quite a strong pull. Bujinte Kagutsuchi. Now, the problem is, I don't really think we have a Beast Warrior deck that we can really take advantage of this card, but it's a very strong card nonetheless. And speaking of which, Ronin Raccoon Sandeyu is also not the worst either. Another highlight of the set, in case I missed it in the previous packs, Black Dragon and White Dragon are in here, Collapse Serpent and Wyver Burster respectively. These are very powerful cards that don't get hit on the list for quite some time because people just didn't really find a way to take advantage of them until later. But a lot of good fodder for both Xyz monsters and Link monsters, and hopefully we get a playset of both. So the Mythic Tree and Mythic Water Dragon are in this set. I have a feeling with Gage's back to the wall, he's going to try to run Rulers one last time because this gives him a lot of dragons to access that he didn't really have before, and he does, I believe, have access to some rank 8s as well, and in this set he can get some too, so I'm thinking he might go Ruler this episode. You know, I think when I played Hieratic several episodes back, I was thinking, damn, where's my Labradorite Dragon? Well, it's right here because it wasn't fucking printed yet. Labradorite Dragon for the pull. Unfortunately, it's a little bit late, and I don't really think we're going to be playing any Hieratic deck with this, although we did pull Red MD in our previous Joey's World opening, so maybe.
The Duke. I like I said before, I really liked all the Bujin stuff. I also was toying back in the day as a kid. I was trying to figure out a blend between Fire Fist and Bujin. Just happenstance that they came out at the same time. Centipede was pretty cool because it popped spells or traps. And it was also a common. I remember a lot of the good Bujingi cards, the cards that would pair with the Bujins, were super rares or above. Made them a little difficult to get. Especially for us in this scenario, we're going to be having a really tough time again. We didn't get Yamato, and if you get Mizuchi, he's the worst of the twos. We'll see what we can do. Burst Rebirth is actually a really good trap card in the rare slot. Pay 2,000, target a monster in the graveyard, special summon it, and face down defense position. I think this saw some like super fringe play in Shadal's at the time, being able to reset Beasts or Falco. 2,000 life points is a little bit expensive, but when you get to reuse that flip effect, it could matter. Boars is our first super rare. I do remember this guy being pretty okay. He essentially is what's the good comparison to this? I can't think of a card right now, but you reveal 3 arms from your deck, and your opponent randomly adds 1 from those 3 to your hand. Similar to an effect that we've seen before. Is it like Lilith or something, maybe? I can't think of it off the top of my head right now, but this was okay at the time. For an okay archetype, right? It's the best you could ask for. Loving to see the baby Raccoon Tantan here. I'm looking to get a couple more of the other one here. Pompoko's probably the better of the two. And I also want to see multiple of these mythic cards here. I want to see 3 water and 3 wood. I think we got some cool things we can do with those. Also want to see multiple of these guys here too. These white dragons and black dragons. These can totally come up later on down the line here. Okay. There's the number 64, Ronin Raccoon Sandeyu. 2 level 2 beasts, obviously pairing with the Pompoko and the Tantan that we can have here. This guy can make a token with copied attack of the highest attack monster on the field. And then this also can't be destroyed by battle card effects while you control another beast-type monster. That includes the token. So a little bit difficult to get around this guy in more of a sealed environment. Back in the day, though, everything was just a step above this.
That's our second copy of Sandeyu. Pompoko's in there as well. I'm not sure if we've pulled any Tantan yet, but just having a nice little raccoon engine, we have access to all the Naturias, so baby raccoons could be on the table. That's a deck that is probably good enough to play in Prague. Battling Boxer Spirits for our super rare. That's pretty sick. I think Yoke is still league. I don't think Gage banned Lead Yoke. If he did, well, then this card's useless. But hey, you know what? I'll take a Monster Reborn for Battling Boxer. Why not? And there's a secret rare, Lady of the Lake. Unfortunately, I think almost every other secret rare in this set would have been more beneficial to us. Felgrand, you know, there's some good stuff in the secret rare slot. Lady of the Lake, though, unfortunately, is not one of them. Aratama's pretty sick, pairing with Nikitama just to have a nice little rank 4 engine. Unfortunately, these are both rares, and I doubt we're going to pull playsets of them, considering we're halfway through.
Aratama's cool. We wouldn't get many more spirit cards until way, way later in the game. I think the next one gives us Nikitama too, which was kind of like the pair. They would go together. Pretty sure in the last year we've seen another kind of inclusion of these generic spirit monsters here. But this is the first spirit support we had gotten in, I think, almost a decade at the release of Shadow Specters. Cool card. I actually think Doug Zeef, DZeef, is a huge fan of these spirits. Hail Griffin is cool. We have some really neat Mecha Phantom Beasts. Obviously, we've been playing Tetherwolf as a shoe-in for Dragon Rulers, but this is a pretty good one on its own here to see in Rare. And another super rare is Vampire Takeover. I'm not going to talk too much about it. The vampires didn't do anything on release either. Armored Kappa. Alright, generic number 2. This guy, I don't think was that great either, man. Discard a card and your monsters can't be destroyed by a battle and you take no damage. So you discard a card to like Waboku. And that's once per duel. Cool. Ooh, Djinn Buster ended up becoming better way later on down the line. You guys saw these in Sprite recently, actually. It just happened to be perfect that it requires 2 darks. A little bit restrictive, but a pretty good effect on it, right? Negates the monster effect and inflicts damage. Again, later on down the line, this would be much better. Back in the day, wasn't that great. Ugh, why am I getting the bad holos? Another Vampire Takeover? Burst Reverse cool, but I don't want any more of these. Now, the Kale Griffin's looking pretty hot. I have not seen a Felgrand yet, which I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit upset. I'd love to see a Felgrand, but where is he? We got, I think this is our 3rd of the Wyver Buster finally. And look, another Kale Griffin. Oh my god. All right, coming up on the last 2 packs here. Is this worth re-rolling? I think we did pretty good on the commons. Hold on. Let's open the last one. Another tree. Wow. I mean, really disappointing in our holo section here. What did we even get? I got 3 super rares. That is all I got. I knew it looked bad. I didn't realize it was that bad. No. 1 Punpoko, 7 Tan. What the hell? Oh man, like this is like extremely bad. I think I could do way better. There's a lot of really decent holos in this set that I'm looking for too, and I didn't get any of them.
Well, I shouldn't speak so soon. There's a second one. Are you really? A second Kagutsuchi when I don't have, like, any real deck to play with this? I mean, that's pretty sick, don't get me wrong. I think I'm more excited about the fact that this Wyver Burster signifies that I believe I have a playset of both White Dragon and Black Dragon, so that's pretty sick. But, man, double Kagutsuchi, that's insane. Ghost Trick Lantern's pretty neat. There's, like, some cool stuff we can do with this as, like, a mini Ghost Trick engine to, like, not play the deck full on, but as a way to just make it really difficult for Gage to actually try to get in damage, and that's one of the key pieces of the combo.
Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I think we pulled okay in the common slot. Okay is strong. Like, I still think we could pull some really good commons in our next go-around. So, that's what we're going to do. I have 2 more Redoer tickets available, and we're about to leave the Zexal era very soon, so I'm getting a refund on those, right? I know Alex has 500,000 of them. It doesn't matter if he uses them or he doesn't. I got to be stingy, but I think this is a set that's, like, good enough that I'm able to reroll, and if I can get a Felgrand, that would be really tough to pair with those Mythic Dragons this time around. I think I have a rank 8 like Tachyon, but he's nowhere near that level of Felgrand. And I think the holos in this set genuinely aren't that bad. I think we could definitely do better on a second go-around. I'm not going to keep this. I'm going to trade this. I'm going to hope for a little bit better of a run in the next opening here. Let's go for 24 packs more of Shadow Specters. This time around, I better get a couple of holos, bro. I think I'm due. All right, second go-around. Flip it up. I mean, it's a holo in the first pack. Maybe it's a good sign. Grisaille Prison's actually a pretty good tech card. I remember it's come up once or twice. Essentially like I want to say bad Dimensional Barrier, but this is before Dimensional Barrier existed. So maybe at the time it was a good Dimensional Barrier, right? And then Vampire Hunter, I ain't got anything to say about him. Cool artwork. Bad card. Okay, refund on the Ronin Raccoon. I'll take him. That's nice. And look, in the same pack, Tree Water. It's all pretty good. I like it. Another Vampire Hunter? What is this luck? At least it's 2 holos in the pack. Right. At least it's 2 holos in the early packs. Boars? Wait, I just saw this card. What's going on? Oh my god. Can I get anything other than super rares now? Number C96 Darkstorm. We have the regular Darkstorm. We can actually play this thing. Not that you'd want to, but you can. Oh my god. An ultra rare Sacred Noble Knight of King Artorgus. Yay! I never get excited over these Noble Knight cards. The only problem here with Progression Series 2 is there is an entire set that was released for Noble Knights at the time, which was historic. It was the set that Platinum Rares came in, a special Noble Knight box that gave us, I think, some of the port cards that were supposed to wrap the archetype together. You saw cards like Merlin and stuff, but even after that, the deck didn't do anything, dude. So, I can't get excited over this. It's not even that good. Alright, it's looking grim. We got 6 packs left. I pulled an ultra rare. which is all right, but I feel like I've pulled it at the cost of losing all of my good rare cards and stuff from before. Where is everything? I'm actually genuinely upset. I'm not getting a good card. Oh my god. There's one Aratama. Fantastic. Anything in the last two? Why? Dragard? What am I going to do with Dragard? Alright, last pack. Hoping for a Felgrand. No Felgrand. Wow, this was disappointing. I can't even put into words how disappointing this was. No secret rares in 2 openings, which the secret rares are, there's a lot of really good ones too. I wouldn't be upset with almost any of them. But I traded it and now I have 1 less Burst Rebirth. I think I have 1 less Aratama. How'd I do in the commons? Please tell me I didn't get shafted here. White dragons and black dragons, I had multiples of each. Okay, we still have playsets of those. I have a playset of tree, playset of water. I had 7 Tantan and 1 Pampoko. We've traded. I now have a playset of Pampoko and 1 fucking Tantan. I don't even know what to say. I'm really upset at this Shadow Specters opening. And I'm now even more upset that I had to spend a redoer ticket to pull this bad. I think I've got an idea today that doesn't involve much of any cards from Shadow Specters. Let's put it to paper, see how we do. What the fuck? This is so bad. What the fuck happened? Oh my god.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, only a few packs left. Pretty decent opening, I gotta say. Like, we didn't get anything crazy like Felgrand or anything that would be like ultra generic. Alucard would be another sick one to pull, but we still have 3 more packs. Let's see if we get lucky. That's like our 3rd Gigantic Castle, which is frustrating because I could have been 3 of like any of the spirits, but that's okay. Second to last pack, nothing too good in this one either. But last pack, let's see what we get. Another sword. How many swords at dawn did we pull? We pulled like 3. Never mind. We pulled more Secret Sanctuary of the Spellcasters. But in any case, it's a decent opening. It was fine. We got like some Tantan, some Pampokos. Got our Sende used, our double Kagetsuchi. We have a Battling Boxer Spirit. Like, I'm not gonna respin this. There's nothing like super crazy in this set, so we're just gonna keep it. It's fine. Let's get to building though. This is gonna be a big episode.
I told you guys it would be back. I think this is a pretty good look for a Dragon Ruler deck post the baby ban. You might be like, baby's banned? Why are they in your deck then, Gage? They're at 1 here for Progression Series. Keep in mind we play traditional format, which is a huge deal for something like this, because they actually go for a complete 180 in a later list where they ban all of the big rulers and leave all the babies, which does not do the same thing at all. For us, though, this is still pretty good to have them at 1. We have additional ways to just essentially see our 1-of Dragon Rulers in the deck, which is pretty good. Would love to pull a couple of different more copies of them, but we are where we're at right now, and I think that's okay. We still have Future Fusion available to us to dump 5 from the deck, which is invaluable. You know, that's insane. It's especially easier to pick the numbers now since we just pick the big dragons and then the babies associated with them. The new addition to this deck is in the form of the Mythics. As we talked about them before, Tree and Water were both released in this set. Those are the only 2 Mythics that we have in the game at the moment. Wonder if they'll extend something like this. But they play off of each other, being the fact that Water is a very easy level 8 special summon if you have an Earth on the field. And then if you have Tree on the field, Tree can copy the level of a Water Dragon type monster. That is Mythic Water Dragon, but also funny enough, that is Tidal Dragon Ruler of the Waterfalls. So if you have Tree plus Waterfalls, that's 2 7s. That's a Draco Sack. Obviously, you'd be able to play a lot more copies of like Tidal and Tempest and Blaster, and more importantly, you'd be able to play Redox in the builds, which Redox, when it's banished, can search an Earth Dragon, which is Mythic Tree Dragon. We don't have that luxury. We do not have Redox, my beloved. But this is still a pretty good list, I think, on its own. We still get to play some extremely, like, synergetic cards here. Like, Super Rejuve was another thing that got banned with the Forbidden Limited list. We get to play it at 1 with traditional format. Card of Safe Return is still just as broken as ever. We get to add Trade-In because we have a lot more level 8s besides just Blue Eyes White Dragon now. And then also, we get to play 6 Sense, which is just unfair. Like, this card is ridiculous. Declare 2 numbers from 1 to 6. Your opponent rolls a 6-sided die, and if it's one of the ones you selected, you draw those cards. Otherwise, you mill those cards. Both effects are friggin' amazing. You're just calling 5, 6 all day, and if you draw 5 or 6 cards, you win the game. If you mill anything less than that, that's awesome. That's like a Charge of the Light Brigade. Like, this card literally can't do anything bad. This card was released in Joey's World, and on release in Joey's World, it was put to 1. I think it just never should have came out, but hey, I'm not in the R&D department, so I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they were smoking then. It was crazy. Our side deck is equipped. I didn't even know what to do, like, guess that Alex is going to play anymore. The last time we played with this deck and we got smashed by Vanity's Fiend, we had plenty of outs in the deck. Cards like Raigeki Break and Blaster and stuff like that. And we just didn't see them after drawing multiple cards, which is just unfortunate. I'm pretty sure that game 100% goes our way if we're able to obstacle Vanity's Fiend. We have a couple more ways to deal with that now. Fencing Fire Ferret was actually a cute tech back in the day to deal with like Ophion as well. If it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you target a face-up monster, destroy it, and inflict 500 to your opponent. That beats like Ophion and some of the other stuff back then. We also have the legendary Penguin Soldier coming in as well, right? Alex is a goofy goober. He plays into this thing. He doesn't... Who would read Penguin Soldier, though? I'll put that out there. And then some other just generically good things. Skill Drains, Fairy Winds to deal with Floodgates, I guess, and just MSTs to be able to pop Fringe back rows. I think this is fine. This side deck should be okay. And then the extra deck is pretty beastly. We get to add some rank 8s to the mix. So we had no Felgrand in the pulls today from Shadow Specters, which kind of sucks. But we already had a Tachyon Dragon. We were really fortunate to pull in Tachyon Galaxy. And a Giant Grinder, which Giant Grinder's not fantastic, but it's like it's a pretty good card, being able to pop a special summon monster, and then if it's an XYZ, you just inflict some free damage to your opponent. At the least, it's a pop, right? Which is pretty good. We also ended up adding CXYZ Simon, the Great Moral Leader. We don't have Naruto in here, which is 2 6s that it requires. This would be the rank up on top of it, but at 3 level 7s, if we happen to get all the Dragon Wars on the field, or Tree plus like 2 of them, we can make this, and it's unaffected by all other monster effects. So I mean, unless Alex is set in back row, maybe he just doesn't have an out to this thing, right? We've got tons of other cards that are going to take priority to make, of course, like Big Eye, Master of Blades. I think these cards are all just better, but he's an option in the extract here nonetheless. A couple other cards here to pair. We got, of course, the Black Rose Dragon Fuel with the Breed Dragon, Stardust Dragon, Red Dragon Archfiend. Maybe these cards will be good. This deck is probably still one of the best we have in our arsenal. I don't think I play it particularly too bad a lot. I do recognize myself watching the replays and afterwards and realizing that I did do some things and some mistakes here, but I think it's just because I haven't gotten to play this deck for almost a half decade or something like that. It's been a long time since this stuff has been legal. Hopefully with the practice I have under my belt, though, as long as you don't play against some like mega cheese, we should have a pretty good shot to win. I'm just looking to get some wins now. I need them. Hopefully this is good enough to get us at least one of them. Let's see what Alex is playing today.
Okay, so I know a lot of you are going to be thinking, Cimo, you've played this deck before. I know this is the last time, I'm pretty sure, that I get to play Title at 3 copies. I believe next episode there's another ban list that takes effect that puts all the Daddy Rulers down to 1, and as a result of that, we're never going to get to play this cool deck again. And so, you know what? It worked really well last time. I think Gage, because of the situation he's in, is going to go all out, and he's going to try to play Rulers one last time, and this deck just destroyed him. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do it again. So Title Monarch, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we're only down to 1 stream. The babies are banned, but we're playing traditional, so they're limited for us. But you know what? That's perfectly fine. We actually got to put in some more firepower, literally. So let's do the card by card. Of course, we have Battle Fader to make sure we survive, but give us tribute fodder. Double Caius and Dark Dust Spirit. Wish we had triple Caius, but it is what it is. Effect Veiler, just so he doesn't go too crazy on his first turn, but it's also a tuner, which adds a lot of versatility. Same thing goes for Fishborg Blaster and Glow Up Bulb. Gores, again, just to give us a big body. Light and Darkness Dragon is a giant tribute summon that we can bring down to pretty much lock out the game. Ronin, just because it pairs, of course, with our 3 Swap Frog and triple Treeborn, which is somehow at 3, but you know what? I'm not complaining. Then, of course, we have 1 stream to go with our triple Title. It's been a fun ride, but unfortunately, Yu-Gi-Oh! Must move on. And then we actually put in triple Thestalos, so I noticed when I was playing this deck, I kind of was lacking threats at times, and so I was kind of between this and Zaborg. Like, Zaborg can pop monsters, but most of the time, I kind of want to hit stuff out of his hand, if I'm being completely honest, because if I have like a Vanity's Fiend up, I'm not really worried about anything. So you know what? We can just get in with Thestalos, start ripping resources out of his hand as well. I think Thestalos, I have a soft spot for Thestalos. So you know what? That's why it's in here. And then we have, of course, triple Vanity's Fiend. I took out the Vanity's Ruler. I thought that was a bit extreme, but we can obviously adapt as necessary. And the spells are simple. It's just Braincon, Darkhold, triple Econ, a Gold Sark. We can still, you know, banish Title to get Stream, and then in 2 turns, we'll get Title. And then worst case scenario, just Sark for Pot of Greed. That seems pretty good, right? 1 for 1, and of course, triple Soul Exchange. The idea is that if we can lock him out with Vanity's Fiend or just keep using his stuff as tribute fodder just to keep establishing bodies, that seems good enough. The extra deck is honestly pretty irrelevant. I put in Gigantic Castle, so technically I'm playing a new card. There is a scenario where we do take or either have like a level 8 on the field, and then we could use a tuner to make this. It's just kind of big, so I figured like, why not? Maybe it'll come up. And then for the side, if Gage isn't playing what I think he's going to play, and he's playing more back row focused deck, maybe like Worms or something like that, we can bring in double Jinzo and double Mobius, and that'll pretty much just mop the floor with him. Funny enough, Mobius is a water and an aqua, which actually is very relevant in this deck. Only one Zaborg if we need extra removal. I mean, we have Caius and Dark Dust, so like we should be okay. The creature swap came in clutch last time, so I kept it in this time. Same thing goes for double MST, double Soul Release in case I think he's on Dragons or any graveyard-based deck, and double Dust Tornado. There is a possibility that he tries to play Mask of Restrict after he lost to this before, so I want to have more outs than just triple MST in case he does have Mask, because that could be a problem, but is he going to think I'm going to play this deck again? We'll have to see. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Gage, I said it at the beginning of the video. We went from being tied to you on the verge of a banning. Pressure's on, my friend. How you feeling?
Alex, I even said it. Like, I don't want to ban any of your cards. You don't have any good cards anymore. And
whoa! Like, oh my god!
You have like a
insults.
Shockmaster you'll never make again after you did that one episode. So I don't even know what to hit. Good thing I won't be picking anything because I'll be winning this episode.
Yeah,
but I do have work to do. I do have work to do to tie it back up.
I was gonna say, I mean, I'm happy to just extend the lead for as long as possible. I know Team Gage is rallying in the comments, like, come on, Gage, you gotta tie it up again, but we have to make your life hell, buddy. That's what we're here for. Shout out the patron, Carlos Zubieta. Thank you for the support. Big pick, Gage.
Big pick today. All right, you win. Let's see if it matters. Let's see if it matters.
Let's see if it matters indeed. You know what, buddy? I'm gonna go second.
Okay. Additional card for Alex. That's fine.
Take an extra card.
All right, man. Best of luck to us. Let's see what we can do. Stand by main. I wish it was more, but I'm just going to set one spell or trap card. I'm just going to end my turn. Go ahead, Alex.
We're keeping it boring today, aren't we?
Yeah, a little snoozer, right?
Yeah, it seems like it. All right, main one. I don't really have a lot of information to go on here, Gage. I gotta be honest with you.
That's good for me, right?
I don't know what to do. I guess no time like the present, right? Let's have some fun. I'm gonna go 1 for 1. Let's pitch title.
Are you on this back-to-back? You really ran like some kind of frog monarch thing back-to-back? I mean, that's gonna work. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'll get a Treeborn out of the deck. No surprise.
Okay.
Let's bring out the boy.
Holy crap. Yeah, that's fine.
24?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take 24.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. During the end phase. Yeah, let's do it. This will be fun. I'm going to flip up. I don't know how this card was ever legal, Alex. I'm going to flip up 6 cents.
6 cents? Oh, boy.
I'm going to flip up 6 cents. And, Alex, do you have a guess at the 2 numbers I'm going to declare?
I'm going to guess they add up to 11 if I had a guess.
They do. The classic 5-6. I'm going to call 5-6.
All right, now I roll the die. Very importantly, I roll the die. So if I roll a 5 or 6, it's my fault. I fucking hate
Thank you for 5 cards. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How is this card ever legal?
I don't know how they ever decided this is okay.
Oh my
I don't know
God,
how they
bro.
decided this was okay.
And
all
then
right,
now it's my turn. I'll draw for turn.
Do you have an out in 12 cards to Vanity
Alex,
Speed?
I had it from the start. I'm going to go Blaster, Dragon Ruler of Infernos.
I'm
going to pitch Burner and
I knew you were going to play this deck one more time. I knew you couldn't pass up the opportunity.
To play 6 cents, you already saw how good it is, dude. So there we go. Blaster, take quick work of your Vanity's Fiend. No problem at all.
Did. You only have 1 Blaster, to be fair, though. So.
Oh, my God, bro. If I didn't have enough cards in my hand. Well, I'll give a
You want a
safe
few
return.
more?
I'm going to definitely take a few more. We'll go trade in. I'll trade in my White Dragon for 2 additional.
Sure.
I'm going to assume you ain't got anything, bro.
I'm good. I'm good.
Well, pot agreed for 2 more.
This is gross. I should just
This is not at all fair. This is not at all fair. All right, let's thin by 1. I'll Foolish Burial.
Gonna get a White Stone out of the deck, I imagine.
Possibly here. Yeah, that's the move. Or I'm actually going to dump Title out of the deck here.
Okay.
Okay, so we use Blaster's effect. Oh my god. Are you dead this turn?
It's possible.
Let me calculate. Hold on. Okay, I'll get a little bit deeper before I figure it out. I'm gonna activate Cards of Consonance. I like more cards.
There's the stone. Yep.
Stone will pitch 2, and I do have a legal target for that stone, so I'm gonna search.
I think you just need some more cards in your hand.
I can never have enough, you know? How do I kill you here? Okay, even if you have Battle Fade or something, I don't even think I give a shit about that. Oh, man. Can I not kill you? That like sounds so
I'm shocked.
dumb.
I'm shocked that you cannot kill me.
Too. Like I'm looking at the hand here, and I think I'm just a tad bit off. Just a tad bit. Hopefully I don't get creature swapped for game again. Okay, I don't think killing you is an option here.
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah, take a deep
Giving
breath.
me some hope.
A little bit of it. But I do think I got some really cool stuff I can develop.
With 8 cards, I should hope
Yeah,
so.
yeah, you know, maybe 1 or 2 things, right? Okay, so what am I worried about here? You can go like Treeborn next turn, and then Caius. Caius is the big one. So it's like the Master of Blades was demolishing you last time, and I think that's the guy I have to go for again. So yeah, let's try to set that up. I'm going to actually activate Tempest's effect from hand. I'm going to pitch Tetherwolf, and this will allow me to search any dragon from my deck.
Sure.
My dragon of choice is actually going to be Mythic Water Dragon.
This is why I knew you were going to play this today. It was too tantalizing seeing those Mythic Dragons.
I really used to like these cards back in the day too, man. They're really, really fun to play.
I remember. I remember. It's also like your last chance to play this deck at full, well, not full power, but, you know, before another ban list comes in. But hey, it's fine. That's for next episode.
Okay, we haven't made use of Tidal yet, so I am going to use Tidal. I'm going to banish this, and I'm going to banish the Blue Eyes White Dragon. We'll bring him back.
Yep.
I'm going to normal summon... Oh, and I draw a card off a card for save for turn, my bad.
You do.
Cool. I'm going to normal summon Mythic Tree Dragon.
Sure.
Cool thing about Mythic Tree Dragon, it doesn't just pair with Mythic Water Dragon, but it also pairs with Tidal. I can just copy Tidal's level. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it a level 7. And then we're going to Slapatron these 2 guys on top of each other. What do you mean? You got some Veilers or something?
Hold on. Hold on.
Little sus. Okay, what do we got?
Hold on.
Hold on, let me put my 100 attack point tree back.
Yeah, put your 100 attack dragon back. I am going to Veiler him, actually.
All right. Okay. All right.
Getting ahead of yourself.
A little bit ahead of myself there. I'll upstart Goblin for an additional card.
Sure. You weren't killing me anyway.
Yeah, I'll trade in for an additional 2 more cards. Am I done drawing yet?
I don't think so.
Okay. So Tree Dragon's negated with 100 measly attack.
Conveniently
I have
for me.
5,600 life points because How do I have 5,600 again? What happened?
I hit you with Vanity's Fiend direct. Did you forget that?
Yeah, wait. When did that happen? Why am I having like
the first turn?
Turn 1?
You set 6 cents and pass, and I summoned Vanity's Fiend and smacked your face.
This has been such a flurry of plays that I completely forgot. I did literally nothing
you know,
turn
it's
1.
like the next day, and you're still playing. All right.
Okay, I think I just have to leave you with this. Oh, no, wait, no, I don't. I'm going to activate another trade-in.
Another trade-in, yeah, sure.
Okay, now I think I have to leave you with this. I'm gonna set a card.
I know you only have 3 rulers. I don't know what you're digging for.
I'm just trying to see some cards. This is good enough for me. I'll go battle phase 126.
Sure. I'll get smacked.
Yeah,
That's
and
fine.
then I'll go main 2. I don't think you can kill me here. So I will just already normal summoned. No more special summons that make anything. Yeah, I mean it's over to you, bud. Go ahead.
Draw. Standby, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Myself. Treeborn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Econ, give me title.
Yep.
And then Treeborn still in standby.
Yep.
Well, you read me like a book.
Yeah, Caius is fine. What do you want to target?
After the back row.
I will chain it.
I figured.
I'll pitch one of my Tetherwolves for cost, and I will pop the Caius. I'm gonna probably get this back. Yeah.
Sure. So close. We'll go title.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Just hit.
This is 51.
It's 51. Very close. If that was a Regeki break, I actually had you.
Not quite, bro. You got any sevens? You got any sevens?
I don't. If I was smart, I should have put a Master of
Blades.
Blades in here. If I would have thought that. Actually, no. You know what? I don't think I pulled Master.
No,
of Blades.
unlucky.
Now that I think about it,
this guy
it
actually
sucks.
goes
Yeah,
back,
you
and
get
it'll
it
go back to hand.
Oh, it goes back to your hand. That's true. That's very true.
Hardly a problem. I'll draw.
All right, now I'm probably dead.
Yeah, you're like 1,000,000% dead here. Let me just walk me through it real quick. Hold on. There's no way I screw this up, right? Surely. We'll banish Blue Eyes, and I will banish the White Stone to summon back my Blaster from the graveyard.
Draw a card.
It's optional, but I will. I'll take one. Thank you.
I was gonna say you're not gonna stop drawing until you're on like 2 cards in deck, if that.
We'll go Tempest. I'll banish both Tetherwolves. Summon him out. I'll draw another card.
Yep.
I will Tidal, summon from hand. I'll banish Lightning and the Stream. I will normal summon Tree Dragon. I will special Water Dragon. We'll make them 8. Just to flex on.
Oh, what are we
I'm gonna
making?
make Tachyon
Got a
Dragon.
Tachyon Dragon. Yeah,
And
we're
then
dead.
I'm
We're
gonna
dead.
wipe you off the face of the earth. All right, that's what my deck is supposed to do.
You were almost dead, to be fair. You were very close to
almost
dying.
From the Frog Monarch again. Not this time, though. Not this time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you never knew why Sixth Sense was banned, there you go. Every 1 in 3 times you activate it, you just literally get to draw a whole new hand. Seems like a very fair Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'm going to go first. I know what you're playing now, and I think I just have to establish what my deck does best.
I mean, hopefully it does good again, right? It worked the one time.
We'll see. It did work one time. I don't know if it's going to be good enough, but we'll see. Main one. Let's just go swap effect.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and dump ourselves a good old Treeborn Frog. Let's activate Gold Sark.
Yeah? You think you've got 2 turns, bro?
That's true. I have to make sure I actually survive that long. We're going to banish Title for Title.
Hold on. Yeah, that does work. I had to make sure.
Work.
Yep, okay.
Does work. Yep. We'll bounce the good old Froggy Boy back, and we'll pass it to you.
Hey, man. Good enough for me. Draw, stand by main. Let's see what we can do here. All right. Maybe you do have 2 turns. I'm going to go activate Lightning Dragon Ruler of Drafts, and I will pitch the title from my hand here.
Sure.
Okay. Important to note, all these babies got banned, but hey, traditional format, I get to play them at 1.
Pretty fun.
So that's pretty cool.
That's true.
We'll bring out Tempest, Big Humble 24. It's going to clash with any of your Caiuses or anything you choose to summon next turn. I cannot attack with him either because of Lightning's restriction. So I'm just going to set 1. I'm going to set another. And I'm going to put the Fear of God in you. I'm going to go battle phase for nothing. And I'm going to end my turn. Go ahead. Just going to stare at you menacingly.
Standby, that's 1 on Sark. All good?
Yes, that's good. Do you want to activate your Treeborn Frog? You skipping over it?
Thinking about it, actually. Yeah, we'll bring him out.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah.
He's a humble lad.
I'll allow it.
Oh, main 1. You're just chilling over there. Let's go swap effect.
Yeah, that's fine.
Get another Frog out of the deck. Let's activate and bounce it back.
Yeah.
Over to you.
No monarchs or anything? What's going on over there? Thinking here. Hold on. Okay. During the end phase, this comes back. I'll draw.
No Sixth Sense. That's a real
No Sixth Sense. No. You're lucky. You've dodged it. Stand by main.
Well, against your deck, I don't know if you exactly ever dodge Sixth Sense, let's be honest. Milling 4 is still pretty good.
Let me take a moment to think here. Gotta think what you could be holding in your hand if we don't make a play with a Monarch. Because I think Caius is an easy pick. I'm gonna banish your Tempest. Sure, I get a search, but that's 1 Dragon Ruler out of the mix. That's too good for you to pass up. I don't think you have any tributes at all. I think you're just in a rough spot, genuinely. So, how do I capitalize on that? Seems a little greedy, but that's who I am, right? I'm the greedy guy. So maybe
Greedy Gage.
Maybe I do make this play. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna activate Title in the graveyard. I'm going to banish this Tempest and Mythic Water Dragon from hand to summon it back. I'm gonna trigger
your Tempest.
yes, and I get to search a dragon monster from my deck to my hand. I'm gonna pick up the Debris Dragon.
Exactly.
That's a pretty good card from what I've heard. Okay, I can make 2 7s here. I mean, and that's Master of Blades, which is pretty good. Alternatively, I have this play I'm pondering, which isn't that bad either. I actually think it's the right play in this scenario. All right, what I'm going to do, this might look a little strange, bro, but I like it. I'm going to activate Cards of Consonance, and I'm going to pitch that Debris Dragon.
Interesting.
I'm going to
Okay.
take 2 more.
Didn't even want the debris. I mean, you could have 2.
I'm going to activate another one that I had face down here. I'm going to pitch
Okay.
this Flambeau Guard. I'm going to take 2 more. Yeah, that was the right play. Because now I get to go Future Fusion.
Yo, that's pretty good.
Just in case you didn't think I had it. He's still there. Now I get to dump 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, get all those blue
Yeah,
eyes
and
to your
then
hand.
2 mandatory searches off the stones.
Yep.
God, that was so powerful. That was unbelievable. I'll trade in. I'll pitch one of those blue
Sure.
eyes for 2 more.
You got rid of your Future Fusion there.
Oh,
after
my bad.
trading.
Wrong spell.
As much as I would like Future Fusion to be in the graveyard,
Wrong spell.
I would like to maintain the game state.
My bad. I'll go Blaster. I'll banish
Shocker.
a stone in that. Bring him out.
The nice thing about all the babies being limited now is it's easy to send them all for Future Fusion.
Yeah, right? Right? Super easy choices. I think I said that in my profile, too. I was like,
Oh,
makes
did
it a
you?
lot
That's
less
funny.
convoluted. I just put him in the graveyard. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I'm going to normal summon Fencing Fire Ferret.
Yo, sick.
Yeah,
Cool.
super cool tech card here.
One of my favorites.
Just a couple of bodies on the board here. I think some good pressure. I'll force you to Battle Fader me here. I'm going to go attack with Fencing Fire Ferret.
Sure.
I'll put 26 in with Title. And I have 2 7s, so Gores does not scare me here if you have it. No? Okay, we'll go main phase 2. You know how I feel about that Master of Blades. It's looking pretty appetizing.
Pretty appetizing.
That is who I'm going to make. We're going to put both
Sure.
of these guys, we're going to make the Master of the Blades.
He's back.
I'm going to add another face down, and I'm going to end phase, rejuve for 3.
This card is still limited, unfortunately.
For us it is, yes. So
Yeah.
I will take 3 more cards off the top of my deck.
Sure,
And
at least we're not getting multiple.
That will be the end of my turn. Go ahead.
All right, stand by. Let's get the boy.
Mhm.
Main one. I gotta think.
Only way I randomly lose this is some crazy creature swap shenanigans again, Alex. Like I feel like this game's already over. I feel like this is how it should have went the other episode that I played this.
I also get this title. It's been 2 turns. It's kind of relevant.
Yeah.
This is gonna get weird. So let's see how it goes. I'm gonna special swap pitch title.
Yeah.
And then swap effect.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's go ahead and dump another swap. Effect swap to bounce to hand.
Okay.
We're gonna do it again.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Gonna dump Ronin. I'm gonna go Ronin effect.
Okay.
Overlay.
Armored Kappa, maybe.
The Gachi.
The Gentetsu. He's fine. I don't care about him.
Okay. He is buffing everything, so I can actually use Dueling Book's lovely feature to signify that. Look out, Gage. The frog is swole.
He's the big ass tree-worn frog. Yep.
I am going to banish these 2 for title.
Okay.
Modify the stats. There we go. Okay.
Yep.
And then I'm going to normal summon Stream.
Yeah, that's fine.
Battle.
Okay.
Over Master of Blades.
On declaration, I will flip Skill Drain.
Skill drain. Sure. So I lose all my buffs because the Gachi.
Sorry, I made you put all the inputs
then-
in for that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It'll play it correctly. Okay, so I'm only going to take 100 here because this
Yeah.
title's back down to 26. Okay. Let's get all these stats appropriately measured here. What, 5, 18? There should just be like a reset button. That'd make this a lot easier. Well, that blows.
I didn't think it would be good for you. I'm not.
It's not very good for me at all. That'd be correct. To be fair, that was probably the best shot I was going to have.
Yeah.
So, skill drain, hardly knew you. Go ahead.
I'll draw. That's 1 on Future Fusion.
Yep.
Stand by main. I'll play Foolish Burial. I'll just take another card out of my deck that I don't want to draw.
Sure.
At the moment, I feel like that is Mythic Tree Dragon, so I'm going to put him in the graveyard.
It's fine.
I am going to raw normal summon this Tetherwolf with no token.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go right into my battle phase here. This Gantetsu cannot protect itself, right? That's like part of its
Correct,
effect.
because it's skill drain.
Okay, why are you not letting me hit battle phase? Dueling Book isn't updating, but I'm in my battle phase. There we go. Okay.
There we go.
I will go 17 Ferret over your stream for 100.
It's a full clear here, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll go 27 over this.
Yep.
And then I guess I'll kill the Treemorn Frog. It'll come back, though. Main 2, I'm going to add 1. I'm going to add 2. And I'm going to just pass. Go ahead.
Sure. Stand by. I'll bring him back.
Yep.
For all the good he'll do. Main 1. I'll activate Title.
Okay.
Let's get rid of Stream and Swap. Anything here.
Nope. That's okay.
A battle.
Sure.
They got the ferret.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take I'll take 900 and then I will fire Ferret. I'll pop it.
Okay.
Okay, and then you take 500.
Second, yeah, I take 500 from the ferret, excuse me. I forgot it has the burn effect, which is quite relevant considering I'm on low life here. Second main, may as well try. It's probably not going to get us anywhere. Space the skill drain.
Okay.
Normal frog.
Okay. 2
Slacker
ones.
magician.
Oh my god, Slacker Magician. Dude,
Go ahead.
I don't want to target his face up. Yeah, I mean, all right. Okay. I'll draw for turn. Stand
It's your future
by.
fusion resolution.
I do get future fusion to resolve, and I do get the 5-headed dragon on the field here.
Yeah, you do.
That's crazy. Main phase 1.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what you do to this. I'm just gonna activate another skill drain,
Yeah, sure.
and then I'm just gonna go battle phase.
I figured you probably had one.
Yeah, I'll go 27 into this guy.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna go for the 5 for game because it's epic. But yeah,
Not Vader.
yeah,
Not dead.
Yeah, gotta have one of those. It's fine. You can have 1,000 more.
Sure. How kind of you.
You're welcome. Your move.
It's probably not going to matter if I had to guess. Oh, look. The best card I could have hoped for. Stand by, I'll get this back.
Yep.
Main 1. Skill drain, of course, making things complicated as ever. I can't complain. I mean, I'm playing the Floodgate deck, so. Your Floodgate beats mine? No. All right. Well, not many options. May as well try our best here. Let's go Title.
Yes.
Let's get rid of Treeborn, and I think Ronin is probably no longer useful to us. Yeah, Title.
Yep.
Let's go Battle. Just attack.
I'll activate one of my Raigeki breaks. I'll just pitch.
One of your Regeki breaks? Thanks for letting me know there's multiple.
Yeah,
Appreciate
too
it.
bad, bro. I'll get rid of that one. You don't have anything anyways, dude.
I don't.
This game is so over.
We were trying. You got it. I had the creature swap, but I couldn't. There was no way that I could manipulate it to like get any of your stuff. So, and you had 6 then. So
I just drew it
perfect.
off
In
the
case
top.
you need
I
to
don't
drew
even
more
know if
cards.
there's anything
Yeah.
left in the deck. There's like another Raigeki break and stuff like that, but
Well, if you feel better, you would have drawn 5 more because apparently
oh man.
that's so bad. That's so bad.
What else you got in here?
All
You got
right.
anything else?
So I had another Fiend, so I could have like sacked one of these for Fiend to really try to kill Tetherwolf and then creature swap for one of these 2. But you're just going to give me Master Blades because skill drains up. And then 5-headed clears Master Blades, and I'm down to 700. So at that point, I don't even know how I'm killing you. Like, I have to figure out a way to kill 5-head, which is like literally probably MST or bust at this point. I had econs in here, so I could have like I was holding out for like just something that could have tried to get me out of it, but with skill drain up, it's so difficult, right? So it's rough. You were correct. I had like no tribute summons the beginning of this game, and so maybe I should have gold sarked for something that could have helped me out of it instead of just trying to get the value. But getting all the value helped me do that big play where I went pretty wide with like the gotchi, the title, and the stream.
Yeah, it's hard to
And,
say because
I was hoping to clean you up there if you had nothing, but I mean, you have you had like everything.
Yeah,
so
I did. That like it's hard to say because like if you gold sark for something that you're gonna get in 2 turns, who's to say in 2 turns it'll even be useful? Like it could like actually be
well,
like
you can even just gold sark for Pot of Greed, right?
Yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day, 2 cards is 2 cards.
Yeah, this deck it ended up okay. This is like the first time I truly felt like the deck did what I wanted it to, and that's like get all the dragons out the deck and then use all the draw cards to just get to like the efficient ones, like namely like the double Raigeki break, right? Like that's what I should have been seeing the other games is like okay. All the quote bad cards are out of the deck. I should be drawing into these things that out certain pieces of the board and stuff like that. And I already have just strong monsters like Master of Blades and like a 5,000 5-headed dragon on the field. Like you have to deal with those. And then after you deal with them, I have Raigeki break and all the follow up too. And I can summon back the Dragon Wars too. It's a lot. So this is the first time where I didn't get like OTK'd by something super random. That I was able to like okay. You stick the board the first turn, and then the next turn you're dead. That's like the whole point of it. But okay,
yeah.
So
it was rough too because I had the MST, but then when you flip Skill Drain, it's like okay, do I get rid of the Skill Drain so the Slacker Magician sticks, or I get rid of Future Fusion so you don't summon 5-head? But in either case, I'm just screwed anyway because if I get rid of Future Fusion, you still have Master of Blades. Or, I'm sorry, you still have Skill Drain up, and then what's it called? Slacker Magician actually doesn't do anything. So. At that point, I was just trying to stay alive. But I had some things, like, again, if I was able to econ take this 5-headed, like, there was a world where I could have just killed you after a creature swap, potentially. But it sucks. It's rough. But fortunately for you, you're not in the banning, so that's good. How do you feel about your Shadow Specter pulls? Not like the best set.
I was actually, surprisingly, in the commons, there are some bangers, Alex. You probably noticed, but, like... I really wanted some hollows, too. I wanted, like, a Felgrand because I thought Felgrand was really, really good.
For this deck, especially.
And this deck in particular, I thought it would have been a perfect home. There's, like, some interesting stuff, too, like Alucard, Draglubon's not that bad. There's, like, a lot of really decent hollows, but I got none of them. And I got none of them twice, Alex. I re-rolled in my first...
Whoa!
Oh my God, my first spin, I got 3 super rares, and that's all I got. And my second spin, I got 4 super rares and an ultra rare. And none of them were good. I was so
at least you did better the second time, like marginally.
But it was,
right?
oh my God, it was really disappointing. Like there's some, the commons though, I did get good pulls on the commons as expected. But how did you do?
Sure. Collapse Serpent, Wyvern Burster.
Sure.
Yeah, a lot. Strangely, like a very common heavy set as far as playable cards go. I got 2 Kagasuchi, which is cool, but I don't really have like any Beast Warriors to like synergize with them. But you know, maybe in the future I'll get some. Like if I get like I don't know Zodiac or something, maybe. But I got that. I got a secret rare. It was like Lady of the Lake, so nothing you have to worry about, unfortunately. Whoa. And then one of those Kagasushis was ulti. And then I got the Batlin Boxer Spirit, so I'm able to Monster Reborn one of my Batlin Boxers, which is sick. But nothing like too crazy. Like commons were good, but I mean it was like a fine opening. I didn't get anything.
Yeah, do we even gotta ask if you spent the redoer ticket? No, I didn't even gotta
ask.
Of course
not.
Right? Yeah,
of course not. Right? It's Shadow Specters. What are you gonna? Well, you respinning. I guess Felgrand is pretty good. Felgrand's pretty good.
Yeah, I think I'm down to 1 redoer ticket, and you're up to 1 million. I'd say so.
I think I've exceeded 1 million at this point. I know Sam's keeping track with the counter. That's all that matters. But Gage, even though you're not going to the banning at the end of this episode, that doesn't mean that a card still can't get banned out of your pool, courtesy of the wheel today.
Oh my God, and I have so many good ones. Did you win it? Did you
do
get
have
the banning?
some good ones. I did get a ban ticket, yes. Okay. So, fortunately for me, a couple interesting things are going to happen. There's another ban list that I believe limits all the Dragon Rulers, and a couple other cards that are in this deck, I think. So, your deck, I believe, receives another hit, which is good for me.
Funny enough, I think it does, but I think it's completely still playable in the same state. Because I only have one of each of the Dragon Wars, remember. So the fact those go to 1 doesn't really affect me. But
I think Debris gets limited, though, if you're not playing more than
I'm playing one Debris in this list, buddy.
Oh, never mind. Well, then maybe this deck isn't changing at all. We'll see. But in any case, I have a ban ticket that we might be able to get rid of something to help deal with this. But we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. We got, I think we have a battle pack next week, as a matter of fact. I think it's War of the Giants round 2, which is pretty fun.
Fun set to open back in the day. I don't know how good it is for us in Progression Series. Maybe we'll get some cool reprints in there. Maybe something interesting.
Maybe we'll see. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shout out to Shout1317, Tim00x3, MBT Play Medolce, Moto, Cameron L. Smith, Phoenix the Immortal, Pony Stark, The Synchro Guy, Dan the Man Hoban, Draconic, Little Fadeleaf, Dylan Hunter, Cody Brett's Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Flannel Daddy, Twinkle Muncher, Matthew Brady, Helios515. I've tried reading cards before. It was horrible and my guinea pigs had to get me therapy. Cheeks McLapperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Wonder Waffle, MBT Cancel Bio Community soon, Cancel Bio Committee soon, Cancel Bio Player soon, Uncle Brian of Stardust, Nicholas Carpenter, Corvain, and Peyton McGrath. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time.